Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Some of you with keen eyes have noticed that something's been a little bit different about my bike the last few videos. And so today we're going to talk about two main things. First is going to be some changes to the channel and kind of what our plans are for 2023. And second, we're going to talk about, well, you can probably guess already, my new mullet. So today I'm going to talk about some of the changes I've made to my bike for the winter season, and the biggest being obviously this sweet 29er front wheel. But before that, I actually have a pretty exciting announcement. So besides the mullet, I'm sure you've noticed another pretty major change to my bike, which is these beautiful new tires that I'm running. And so, yeah, if you haven't guessed already, Schwalbe is going to be supporting me for the 2023 season, which I'm super excited about. So a little while ago, I actually discovered that the North American headquarters for Schwalbe is located right here in Victoria. And so I reached out to them through a local bike club, and we just started chatting about kind of our initiatives for the coming year and just wanting to grow the sport within our local community a ton, which I mean is why I started making videos and why I will continue to be making videos with their support. So yeah, I didn't know they were a local company. And so it's really cool. There's going to be a lot of things that we have planned for 2023, such as continued group rides with Sims, our local bike association, as well as various video projects, and lots of other exciting things that we're gonna, be planning. But enough about the channel changes for the upcoming year. I want to show you guys some of the additional changes that I've been making to my bike to prepare for the winter season. The biggest of which, like I mentioned, being the mullet build. And so we're going to talk a bit about that and what my first thoughts are on it. All right, so let's chat about this beauty of a mullet build we have here. You're probably wondering, why I decided to make this change for the bike. I had a pretty nasty crash back in September in Squamish, riding some rock features, and my front wheel got hung up in a hole, and I went over the bars down about a 12-foot rock and sprained my back pretty severely. So that was the reason that was kind of when I was first, almost as a joke, like, oh wow, it would have been great to have a 29er front wheel. And then I started thinking about the mullet build and what that actually might look like. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about as far as a mullet bike comes from the kind of term business in the front and party in the back. And what that means is that we've got a front wheel that's 29 inches, and then we've got a rear wheel that's 27.5. And so the benefits of this is that the front wheel rolls over rocks and features a lot easier than a 27.5 does, and goes a little faster as well. But the rear is still possible to have it super playful and maneuverable in the corners. And so that's what we decided to do. So to upgrade my bike from the 27.5 build to the mullet, first thing I had to do was find a fork, which luckily I had a friend who had a RockShox Lyric Ultimate, which he gave me for a steal of a price. So you know who you are, thank you very much. And then of course the front wheel, I just got a race face effect, which is a little bit more of a budget option than the Turbine R I'm running in the back. And then for the tires, of course, I had Schwalbe supply those with this beautiful Magic Mary in the front. And while I haven't ridden them yet, I've been looking at all the technical details, and everything checks out and looks super good. So I'm excited to put these to the test, soon, and we'll definitely be making some videos on what I think of that. One of the cool things that I changed as well, I've been running a rear tire insert all summer because I had dented a ton of rims, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. But Schwalbe tires have a kind of bottom out feature in the sidewall that's this kind of strip that goes about, I don't know, a finger length or so up the sidewall. That's a lot thicker material. And so when the tire compresses during, you know, hitting a rock or a big compression or something, then that will protect the rim. And so you actually don't need to run tire inserts. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna work. So one of the cool things that made it possible to do this mullet build is that the Trek Remedy has a flip chip, you can see here. And so what that let me do is drop the back end down a little bit to kind of counteract the effect of the 29er front wheel, so that all the geometry stayed very similar and nothing was kind of awkward and thrown off by adding a few inches in the front. So that was a very nice you know, feature of the bike that kind of made it possible to do this this upgrade. And so far I've had the bike for about 4 weeks in this setup. And so my general thoughts on it are that climbing, it just feels, it feels like it goes faster, like it feels like each pedal stroke kind of gets me that much further up the hill. Traction on the climbs, I haven't felt a huge difference, but there is a larger kind of surface contact patch on the front with the larger wheel, so that should make a difference. And I'm sure as things get wetter and the climbs get that much more difficult, I'll start noticing that more. But where this really shines is on the steeps. I took this to Mount Prevost last week, which I'll have a video coming out about that soon. And I rode it with some friends, compared it to the week before where I rode my 27.5 setup. And oh my goodness, it was ridiculous. Going some of that steep stuff on Mount Prevost, which if you don't know is a DH training ground for some of the World Cup riders. And so we did a few laps and I just felt like I could really let go a little bit more, and I didn't feel like I was getting thrown over the front like I did with my 27.5 full setup. So definitely on the steep stuff, I feel like it just gives me a lot of additional confidence, which is nice to have for sure. But yeah, I've only had it for a few weeks, so I'm definitely gonna, you know, see how I like it throughout the rest of the winter and maybe even into bike park season in the summer. I was thinking of going back to the 27.5 build for bike park season, but honestly, on the jumps so far, I felt not a huge difference as far as maneuverability in the air and just the kind of poppiness of the bike in general, which I've been very, very pleased with. So yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think. If any of you guys are riding a Mullet, what you think of it. If you're riding a 29er, how you like that, 27.5, and of course we can't forget the OG 26. So yeah, no matter what bike you're riding, I'd love to hear what you think of that and if there's any changes you would like to make as well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you learned something about, you know, the different kind of bike setups that are possible out there. And yeah, if you think a Mullet might be a good idea for you and have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Always happy to answer those. And yeah, if you have any questions about anything else, local trails, the new tires I'm running, or anything like that, super happy to chat. Yeah, so yeah, look forward to lots of new videos coming out soon, some bigger projects, and some local events that I'm gonna be a part of too, so I'll definitely let you guys know about that, so we can just grow our community together. Yeah, have a great weekend, stay safe out there, and I'll see you later.